says she has a microchip, so I'm just gonna scan and see if I can find it.
Hello farm family. This is Stormy behind me. She is super dirty, as well as all the others here. It's been raining for a couple days and there's a ton of mud here. But the time has arrived. So come along and go with me as I take Stormy on a little trip, and I'll explain to you what that's all about. So anyway, Stormy's right here behind me. And again, I apologize that she looks so bad as far as the mud, but I don't have time to brush her off right now because we have to get to a veterinarian appointment in Holbrook here in just a few minutes. So some of you may have got confused thinking, or been confused, sorry. Anyway, about Stormy, some people thought she was one of our rescues, but she is not our horse. This is Laura's horse, and she paid Blake to put some training into her. She's an 18-month-old gaited horse. There was some confusion as to whether she was an appendix quarter horse or if she was a Tennessee Walker. But anyway, those of you that know gaited horses say she's definitely gaited. But come on. She's kind of hesitating here. I did not take the trailer to her. I'm bringing her to the trailer since it's so muddy. But anyway, when we got her, she could not be caught, and so we had to get a halter on her. We had to teach her to lead and load, and we've put a saddle on her, and she'll take a blanket, like a winter blanket. Anyway, she's come a long way. She's an amazing horse, but she's now headed to California with her owner, Laura. And the Coggins test that she had to get from where she was rescued in Tennessee to Arizona is still good, but I guess California requires a more current veterinary health certificate. So that's where we're headed, is to go get her a health certificate. So let's see how she loads. Come on, everyone's watching you, girl. Come on. We haven't loaded her for a few weeks. Come on. Can you get up here? They'll be so impressed. I will be so impressed. Come on. Come on. Good job. Good job. Come on. Good job. There you go. Way to go. You just loaded right up like a champ. I wish you weren't so muddy, but sorry, that's something we'll have to brush her off and get her prettied up. She's headed to California here in just a couple days. But let's take her to Dr. Reedhead in Holbrook, Arizona, and we'll get that health certificate that the state of California requires to take a horse into their state. So anyway, come along and let's take Muddy Stormy on a trip. Well, I'm embarrassed about how dirty Stormy is, so muddy and doesn't look too good, but I just got home from a work trip knowing that I only had a few minutes to load her up and take her to the veterinarian. But sorry, hope you understand. And when it rains around here, the mud is horrible. One of the old timers around here said, if you'll stick to this area when she's dry, she'll stick to you when she's wet. And that's so true. But all right, let's go. Well, I'm here at the vet, and man, you can really see the mud here in the sun, but she hauled well, she unloaded well. I have her tied up and ready, and I'll go get Dr. Reedhead. But man, I do not know what it is with horses. When it rains, they want to lay down in the mud. But all my horses look the same right now. It's so depressing. But anyway, let me go get Dr. Reedhead and we'll do this health certificate. Well, she's coming out. I'm a little confused and I'm excited to talk to Dr. Reedhead. Like I say, Stormy has a current Coggins test, but I guess the state of California requires a health certificate within I think 30 days or something before a horse comes into their state, which I guess that's good to be careful and cautious. But it's not like Stormy's here to get x-rays and an extensive vet check. It's just a health certificate. So I'll talk to Dr. Reedhead and we'll see kind of what the purpose of that is. But anyway, sure appreciate Dr. Reedhead. She's an amazing vet and a great friend, and I'm excited that she's gonna help us get Stormy ready to go. So here's Dr. Reedhead, and I've already apologized for how muddy she is. I told him that Joe City mud sticks to you when you get wet. So she's an 18-month-old Tennessee Walker. She was rescued from Tennessee, came to Arizona, and Blake's been spending a month. She was pretty much untouched when we got her, but she's gentle now. Sorry, there's a car making noise behind us, but so this isn't like an extensive x-ray, all that type of stuff. So what's California looking for, do you think?
Mostly we're just trying to stop any contagious diseases from transmitting or traveling across state lines. So vesicular stomatitis, any upper respiratory infections, just anything that would pinpoint that she might be sick, and we might just hang on to her for a while and let her heal before we transport her. Make sure she's healthy enough for the long transport, and that's basically it.
Okay.
No blood work, or she's already had our Coggins done, so other than that, no other blood work or, like you said, x-rays or anything like that. So.
Awesome. She's come a long ways. She's still, we couldn't even catch her when Blake started messing with her, and now she's doing really well. But we will brush her off and get her clean before she goes to California, or else they'll have a bunch of Joe City dirt in California. So you just kind of listen to her lungs and stuff.
Everything sounds good, no swollen lymph nodes, no lesions in the mouth. And then we just check kind of age, make sure her papers match her Coggins papers.
Does that look about right to you?
It
That's
does.
about 18 months.
It says she has a microchip, so I'm just gonna scan and see if we can find it. Yep, it's in there.
That's crazy. So you can,
Number matches.
so she's microchipped and you were able to find that. That's crazy.
Yep.
And so real quick, I'm sorry, but so down here is, you were listening to the lungs, I assume, but then you went back here. Is that the bowels and stuff?
Lungs and bowels, and then we always listen to the trachea, make sure there's not any fluid in the trachea. Make sure there's not any swollen lymph nodes, and then the oral lesions.
Awesome.
Seems pretty healthy. So,
Besides the mud, huh?
good.
Perfect. Well, Stormy, you're healthy and ready to go. And you've been a sweetheart to haul over here and have this health check. Well, Stormy, you did good, and Dr. Reedhead says you're healthy and ready to go. Come on, let's go. you stepped your front 2 feet in. Why don't you just keep coming? There you go. Well, great job. Dr. Reedhead's been so good to work with. She is from around here, and so she agreed. She's like, this mud around here is horrible. And she said, and it's not like you want to spray them off this time of year because it's so cold. So I do apologize. Sorry, I'm trying to tie a knot while I talk. Anyway, I apologize for how dirty she is, but she's healthy and ready to go. And that was kind of cool. I'd never seen one that's been microchipped, that they were able to find the microchip and identify that it matches and all that. That's kind of cool. So Dr. Reedhead has a really soft voice. I hope you were able to hear some of what she was saying, especially with some cars that were pulling up behind us. But Stormy did really well. I love bringing a horse to town and just seeing how they react. And Stormy has passed every test we've put her through. But those of you that have watched our channel long enough know that when we got her, she was untouched. We couldn't catch her. And so we had to put a halter on her and start working with her. And now look at her, she's doing great. So I hope you've enjoyed Stormy's adventures, and I'm hoping I will be here when Laura gets here on Thursday. I may be at a basketball game, depending what time she gets here. So we'll watch Stormy load up and head to California if we're around. But anyway, if not, thanks for watching the journey with Stormy and Laura. We hope you continue to enjoy many years with this beautiful horse we call Stormy. Take care.